Hello everyone. Today, we're going to study The Portrait of a Lady by Khushwant Singh. This is a beautiful and emotional story based on the author's childhood memories with his grandmother. Through this story, we learn about love, family values, changing relationships, and the generation gap. Let's begin with the summary. The story revolves around the loving relationship between the narrator and his grandmother. During his childhood in the village, they were very close and spent almost all their time together. Later, when the family moved to the city, their daily routine changed, and they gradually became less close. The narrator eventually went abroad for higher studies. After 5 years, he returned home, and his grandmother welcomed him with great joy. Sadly, the very next day, she passed away peacefully. The story beautifully shows that true love remains unchanged despite time and distance. The two main characters are the grandmother and the narrator. The grandmother is old, kind, deeply religious, caring, and selfless. She dedicates her life to her grandson and always prays for his well-being. The narrator loves and respects his grandmother, but as he grows older and becomes busy with his education, their relationship naturally changes. Even then, the love and respect between them remain strong. In the village, the narrator and his grandmother shared a very close bond. Every morning, she woke him up, got him ready for school, and walked with him. On the way, she carried stale chapatis to feed the village dogs, showing her kindness towards animals. They spent most of the day together, and the grandmother took complete care of him. Their simple daily routine reflects the peaceful and happy life they enjoyed in the village. The narrator studied in a small school attached to the village temple. Every morning, his grandmother accompanied him to school. The village priest taught the children basic subjects like reading, writing, and arithmetic. Along with the CBSE lessons, the students also learned prayers because education was closely connected with religion. While the narrator attended his classes, his grandmother sat inside the temple reading holy scriptures and praying. After school, they returned home together. This daily routine made their relationship even stronger. When the family moved to the city, everything changed. The narrator joined an English medium school and traveled by bus, so his grandmother could no longer accompany him. She could not understand his new subjects like English and science, and she was unhappy that the school no longer taught prayers or religious values. Slowly, they spent less time together. Although they lived in the same house, their close companionship began to fade. Another change came when the narrator started learning music at school. His grandmother did not approve of music lessons because she believed that music was meant only for beggars and entertainers. She never openly complained, but she was disappointed. This incident clearly shows the difference between the traditional thinking of the grandmother and the modern education system. As the narrator entered university, he was given a separate room. They rarely spent time together anymore. However, the grandmother accepted these changes without any complaints. Instead of feeling lonely, she devoted most of her time to praying. Every afternoon, she fed hundreds of sparrows in the courtyard. The sparrows became her companions and symbolized the kindness and peace that filled her life. The narrator decided to go abroad for higher studies and stayed there for 5 years. When he left, his grandmother came to the railway station to see him off. She did not cry or express her emotions. Instead, she silently prayed and blessed him. After 5 years, he returned home safely. The grandmother was overjoyed and celebrated by singing and beating a drum with the women of the neighborhood. It was one of the happiest moments of her life. The very next day, the grandmother became seriously ill. She believed that her end was near. She stopped talking and spent her final moments praying peacefully. Soon, she passed away. After her death, hundreds of sparrows gathered silently around her body. They did not chirp or eat the bread offered to them. After the funeral, they quietly flew away. This touching scene symbolizes the deep love and respect that even nature seemed to have for the grandmother. This story teaches us several important lessons. It highlights the unconditional love between a grandmother and her grandson, the importance of family relationships, and the contrast between traditional and modern lifestyles. It also reminds us to respect our elders and value the time we spend with them. Because those moments are precious before your exams, make sure you prepare these important questions. First, describe the character of the grandmother. Second, explain how the relationship between the narrator and his grandmother changed after moving to the city. Third, why did the grandmother dislike music lessons? Fourth, what do the sparrows symbolize in the story? Finally, explain the title The Portrait of a Lady. These questions are frequently asked in CBSE examinations, so prepare them well. That was the complete explanation of The Portrait of a Lady. I hope this video helped you understand the chapter in a simple and interesting way. If you found it useful, don't forget to like the video, subscribe to the channel, and share it with your friends. If you have any doubts, let me know in the comments. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.